Hello, Mayor, meet everybody. It's MicheleMarieDalene. Yes, we're having our 10 o'clock show this morning, but I wanted to let you know up front of a couple things. First of all, we got my stimulus money today. The $1,400 came in, and what I did was I put 1,000 of that into my savings, so that the money will be there to cover for the new mattress and for 1 year of hair care in my savings. So obviously that means during that time my savings account will become an interest-bearing instrument, and I will be able to make small interest, but it's better than no interest, right? Yes. The next thing is that I did buy my MacBook that I wanted. It was from a seller in Utah. I found that he had one that was a little bit less money, and it was met my applications and design requests, and it was a little cheaper. So I bought it there. It's the 2010 polycarbonate white MacBook. It has the 2.4 gigahertz Intel Core 2 Duo chip, 2.4 gigahertz, 8 gigabytes of RAM. The hard drive is a little smaller. I think it's like a 500 gigabyte hard drive, which is fine, considering the fact is I do have a 1 terabyte SSD that I can drop right in there if I want to go ahead and upgrade from a hard drive to an SSD. I think it came with 256 gigabyte. I'm sorry, it came with a 256 gigabyte SSD. So I probably will be swapping it out. It does have the ability, of course, unlike the newer Macs, it doesn't necessarily use proprietary hardware in the design as far as the SSD goes, so upgrading it is a relatively simple matter. By default, the factory Mac book 2010 only comes with up to 8 gigabytes of RAM. However, people have put 16 gigabytes in it, which I may actually do as a later upgrade. For right now, just to get it to work with 8 gigabytes in a 500, I think it's a 500 gigabyte or maybe 250, I don't know, I've kind of forgot, but anyway, it was a pretty good price. I paid like $220 for it, and that's without the shipping coming from Utah. So it's going to be a nice thing, and we'll get it probably in a couple of weeks. Okay, so that's a good thing. And yes, as I said, I did go to the salon. Yes, I did talk to Jessica. Yes, I got the appointment scheduled for next Thursday. So yes, we are going to go blonde again. Okay, I already mentioned that yesterday. And so I'm really excited about that. And yes, we are going to get a new mattress, in case you wanted to know. Yes, that's why the money is in my savings. So yes, it can make interest, even though it's probably going to be really pennies, but it's better than nothing, right? At least I don't have to pay a monthly service fee to have an account that has less than $1,000 on it. So I can actually make some interest. I could do the same thing if I left the money in my checking account. The problem is my checking account is it's too easy to blow it. You know the old saying, lead us not to temptation, but deliver us from evil. Trust me, if you've got $1,000 sitting in your checking account, it's going to disappear real fast. And I'm not kidding. So I put it into my savings because it's a little more harder to get it out of my savings. In fact, I cannot even usually check the balance on my savings unless I go to online banking, and then I can see the balance. Right now I have $1,275 now in the savings, so that's good. So that's gonna make some money for me. As far as last night's show, where is it? Well, I deleted it, and I wanted to explain why, because some of you thought it was fun. I thought last night's show was an example of the kind of show I don't want to be remembered for, and I really felt really uncomfortable with the way the show was going last night. That's just not what I was aiming for with this channel, and that brings back memories of the past that I don't want to go through anymore. So I'm trying to change my channel to something that is a more of a relaxing atmosphere, and that people can enjoy themselves and not feel like somebody's making the host feel like a worm, and I really don't like that feeling. What more can I say? yes, obviously I'm still wearing my nightgown. Yes, I woke up. Yes, I gotta get dressed, and that's what I'm gonna do now. So I'm looking forward to doing all that, and also, unfortunately, there's a possibility my cartridge from my turntable may be a little late in the post. So just be aware of that. Okay, it may be a little late in the post, but it should supposed to be here today. Is the cartridge from my turntable? If it doesn't come today, we can't do the demo or the video because we won't have the part. Okay, but if it comes today, we can put it together. We can video it and stuff like that, and we'll have to obviously play some music anyway, and just let the chips fall where the chips are gonna fall. I'm not even gonna bother monetizing the video for that reason, because it's just going to get. It doesn't matter because the company is gonna, whoever they are, is going to get the money out of the deal anyway. So I'd rather just not monetize that demo video because it's gonna be showing a turntable. And I don't think YouTube has ever considered releasing the YouTube free music downloads on vinyl releases. If they do, I would love to know what the albums are or where you can buy them in the store so that we can have them for future videos where we can show people turntables and stuff like that and not worry about getting copyright warnings or strikes. Because I'm not trying to get anybody angry. I'm just trying to show some technology, and yeah, that's going to be a fun exercise in its own right. So that's it. The money's been allocated to the laptop, which is coming. I just ordered it today. Along with some additional vinyls, albums I wanted to get, I had since a child, and unfortunately, in all the years we moved, we lost the records and things like that. One of the albums was actually my mom and dad had on an 8-track tape, which is the Donnie Marie Osmond TV show album, which I wanted on vinyl. So I went ahead and I found a copy of it on vinyl. I also found a copy of it of Nashville Goes Pop, which is a 8-track my mom and dad have that I did copy years ago onto MP3s. But, we only had volume 2. We didn't have volume 1. So I wanted to get volume 1 and 2, which is on vinyl. So, boom, problem solved. And that's it. That's all to say. All right, now and by the way, if you did miss last night's show, really, honestly, guys, it really was really atrociously bad. I didn't like it, and if I erase a show, that should tell you something right there. I was not impressed by it. I was not impressed with the contact. I was not impressed with the phone calls. I was not impressed with the banter. I just really hated it. And I just said, screw it. I don't want to be known, as I said, for allow any kind of thing like that to continue to encourage that my content is basically garbage and is a dumpster fire. I'm not gonna support that at all. Now, I don't know how much time I have to talk on these phone because this phone gets kind of cranky. But basically, one more thing I want to talk about is the reason I'm going back to blonde is just as several tarot card readings are saying is you are coming to an end of an era of healing, and it is time to get yourself back on your feet. It's time to basically move on and get back together with your life. And to do that, it means going back to blonde, because as blonde, I seem to do better than I do as a brown-haired person. So I'm actually looking forward to going back to being as a blonde again. So yeah, it's just me, I mean, I'm obviously dedicated enough that I put $1,000 into the savings account to cover for the hair work for over a year. And the reason is I know the Democrats are talking about stimulus in the fourth bill. I know how much it's going to propose to be. But do you really think I can depend on these bureaucrats getting it right? Probably not. I mean, sure, I don't make enough consistently month after month right now to say I'm gonna have $100 each month from YouTube channels that support getting my hair retouched. It went up $5. It's at 55 now instead of 50. So I need to keep that in mind, and I still gonna be paying $55 a month to retouch my hair. Now, if I can guarantee I can get at least $100 a month in from my ads from my YPP YouTube Partner Program, that would be great. But that's not guaranteed at this point. I don't have enough people. Also, if I do set up YouTube memberships, maybe then we could do it. But we'll have to see. We have to see. And I don't know if I can get people to become YouTube memberships on YouTube. I just had a feeling I'll be just as bad as my Patreon, where you got like 2 patrons and that's it. And that's all I have is 2 patrons, and I only get like $12 worth of Patreon donations, and it helps a little, but it's not a lot. I mean, so that's something to keep in mind. All right, guys. So I gotta get ready for the show. I'll see you guys this morning at 10 a.m. So for now, stay out of trouble. Bye-bye.